Okay. In today's topic, uh, I'm going to cover the schools, the philosophies of yoga itself, personal yoga training. Okay, where online? रणधीर जी, आप ऑनलाइन पर्सनल योगा ट्रेनिंग देते हैं क्या?
नो मैम, मैं होम विजिट करता हूँ.
अच्छा, होम विजिट करते हैं. ओके. So is it like is it like your yoga is the full time kind of as per your yoga is the full time work that you do?
No ma'am, part time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Ma'am, I
connect with
conduct it online.
I connect with the disease aspect as well as the yoga part.
Okay, great. Great.
I conduct the online session,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to do it on full time. So I'm
Acha.
trying to get hold of it.
Okay, great. So is it there are various online yoga batches ना, तो आप उसमें से कौन
Yes.
किस which particular
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
which particular yoga batch?
Which particular then timing wise?
There are many ना, like online batches जैसे there are many shift and shift is it. So what is it online batch that you are taking?
Are you asking a timing wise? Because
No.
I have then
No. Online, which is that particular kind of your yoga academy?
No, it's personal practice. It is not for any academy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're taking your personal practice.
Yes. Yes.
No, 200 hours किया हुआ है आपने पूछा जी? 200
No,
hours.
I have enrolled for one. It is ongoing. But side by side मैंने ये भी join किया, मतलब 200 hours के लिए भी मैंने enroll कर रखा है already. और पुणे में ही एक institute है, उन्हीं के साथ किया हुआ है.
Okay. All right. So if you have enrolled, तो फिर आप कैसे योगा कैसे करवाते हैं?
कैसे basically मैं pure yoga नहीं करवाती हूँ. So it is like a mix of all the exercises like upper body, lower body, cardio, and I incorporate a few asanas in that. So step wise अगर easy asanas जो रहते हैं, जैसे not advanced ones, the basic asanas, तो वो incorporate करवा के then I conduct a holistic session.
Okay. So you must
Fitness session.
you must be a fitness enthusiast, right? From the
Yes.
from a very long time. So based on that,
Yes.
you have that confidence, ki any of the person who wants the classes, you can give it to them.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So आज जैसे schools of yoga है, in the schools of yoga, taking the philosophies of yoga, I had earlier told about like there are many schools which relates to the various philosophies of yoga. So having the yoga philosophy as the Sankhya philosophy. So Sankhya philosophy I have taken the Mimamsa philosophy, Nyaya philosophy, Vaisheshika, and Vedanta philosophy. Okay. So in the morning class itself, I had given a good description of all of these philosophies in the Nyaya Darshan by sage Gautam. If those of the people who have joined today right now, they can also take it down. Otherwise, the recordings will be also available. Okay. So in that ways, I think if the morning class is going to be taken, so morning class may I will cover that. After today, so from Monday itself, from Monday, what I'm going to do, मॉर्निंग में जो भी आपके क्लासेस रहेगी, मॉर्निंग की क्लासेस में जो टॉपिक कवर किए जाएंगे वो सेम इवनिंग में कवर नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है, बिकॉज रिकॉर्डिंग दोनों की होगी, ठीक है। सो मॉर्निंग में जैसे जैसे द थिंग्स आर देयर, दोज हु वांट्स टू कवर एंड अंडरस्टैंड दैट दे कैन रेफर टू द रिकॉर्डिंग्स। तो इवनिंग में इट विल बी not the same which is taken from that, it will be ahead, the evening classes will be ahead, then what is the topic will be covered in the morning class. Okay, so that ways I'm going to take it a little bit in that particular way. Okay, all right, any questions, anyone? Understood na? नहीं मानसी जी, आपने बोथ क्लास अटेंड नहीं करनी है। आप सभी को जो है रिकॉर्डिंग्स अवेलेबल होंगी। जैसे अगर अभी मॉर्निंग टाइम होता है, इवनिंग टाइम होता है, ठीक है, तो मॉर्निंग में जो कंसेप्ट क्लियर किए जाएंगे, सिलेबस ऑब्वियसली सेम ही रहेगा बिकॉज इट्स योगा वॉलंटियर्स कोर्स। तो वो योगा वॉलंटियर्स कोर्स में जो आपका पहला जैसे कॉन्सेप्ट अभी हुआ, या मतलब आप ये देख रहे होगे कि मॉर्निंग में भी सेम टॉपिक्स कवर हो रहे हैं, इवनिंग में भी सेम टॉपिक्स कवर होंगे। तो ऐसा आज लाइक आई एम कंप्लीटिंग अप टिल नाउ, टिल टुडेज इवनिंग, एंड आफ्टरवर्ड्स फ्रॉम मंडे ऑनवर्ड्स व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, जो आपका टॉपिक होगा इन द मॉर्निंग, इवनिंग में आई एम गोइंग टू अगेन टेक अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ रिविजन, जो कि अगर जो मॉर्निंग वाले होंगे उनके लिए एक रिविजन हो जाएगा। एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम आफ्टर रिविजन फॉर अबाउट 5 minutes of what I have taken in the morning, rest of the time I'm going to cover in the topic which is ahead, then that in the morning session. Clear?
So, so ma'am, are you saying that you are not gonna repeat those topics in detail and we
Because
have to go through the recording?
हाँ, तो रिकॉर्डिंग भी तो सही रहेगा ना। बताओ, आप सब मुझे
Okay.
बताओ, लाइक इज इट ओके?
No, we were told कि ये दो अलग बैचेस रहेंगे, तो whichever time is suitable for you, you can join that batch. तो हम लोग इसीलिए 7 मतलब इवनिंग बैच अभी ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज मॉर्निंग बैच तो पॉसिबल नहीं होता है. But if
हम्म।
you are saying we have to go through the recordings, then it will become like two times thing for us. मतलब वो भी 1 घंटे का and then evening का भी, तो थोड़ा सा difficult हो सकता है.
ओके, so in that ways do you want me to repeat because do you want me to repeat whatever has been covered in the morning and both in the evening?
Yeah, because it won't be a repetition for us ना, मतलब हमारे लिए तो वो नया ही रहेगा, because हम लोग मॉर्निंग में होते नहीं हैं. मतलब
मुझे
I don't join मॉर्निंग बैच, मैं डायरेक्टली इवनिंग बैच ही ज्वाइन करती हूँ, तो वो मेरे लिए रिपीटेशन नहीं होगा ना.
Me
That's what
too,
I'm saying.
मैम.
हाँ,
मैम मेरे लिए भी सेम है, बिकॉज मेरे लिए वो रील्स देख पाना इट्स रियली डिफिकल्ट, और मैं वर्किंग भी हूँ, सो मैं इवनिंग बैच में अगर आप करवा दें, और इज इट पॉसिबल कि हाँ ठीक है मैम, रिकॉर्डिंग भी.
हाँ, मतलब वो भी हो सकता है, बट थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट रहेगा फिर हमारे लिए वो. कभी कभी
ओके,
ऐसा हो सकता है कि वो रिकॉर्डिंग देखा ही नहीं हम लोगों ने बिफोर द
हम्म।
7 PM मैच, क्योंकि रात में थोड़ा लीजरली टाइम मिलता है, तो शायद से हम लोग वो रिकॉर्डिंग रात में देखेंगे, ऐसा भी हो सकता है. दैट्स द इशू.
Yes, ma'am. Like at subah, because I could not join, so I thought that the same thing will be repeated in the evening batch. So that's how I joined here now. So, but recording is also okay, but like a revision. अगर हम बात कर रहे हैं that वो like समझ में आता है better.
ओके,
But anything is fine. जैसा सबको सही लगे.
ठीक है। सो
Don't be confused, ma'am. Do
no, no, no,
whatever.
I'm not confused at all. I'm not confused at all. The thing is that people actually join, few of the people join in the morning batch, and in the evening batch बहुत लोग join करते हैं. Then what will
Okay.
happen if I have to provide the recordings to each and every person? That will become difficult for me, right?
Yeah.
So I would
Mm.
like, I have no problem in repeating and revise, making you revise. But the thing is that I want more and more people to join. तो फिर क्या रहेगा, ये ऐसे कोई टेक्निकल इशू है या कोई पीपल पीपल से दैट दीज आर दीज टाइम्स दे आर फेसिंग द टेक्नोलॉजी इशू एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, So ये सब ग्रुप पे मैसेज आते हैं ना, तो I get to know that what is the issue basically. It's not basically the link problem. It is like the people are not able to join and they are joining lately also. Okay, so that is also one of the things. All right, so having the schools of yoga, I talked in the morning about the schools of yoga having the Nyaya Darshan. Nyaya Darshan is given by sage Gautam. So the sage Gautam has given the Nyaya Darshan, and Nyaya Darshan is based on logic, establishing the fact that God is something which is knowable, attainable, and not in this world. But having the knowledge, if you gain the knowledge, so the God is attainable and he can be also have knowledge, knowable. We can know the God, even though it is not, we know that it is something to understand. God is needed to be understood, and then it is concerned with the correct knowledge that is required to be acquired. If you have the correct knowledge about it, about having to know the God, so then having the correct knowledge and the means of receiving the knowledge, the means means who is the means who gives the knowledge. In the present scenario, we see that it is the gurus who is able to make us believe that how we can know the God. Okay, so it is the Nyaya Darshan is given by Sage Gautam. The second is the Vaisheshika Darshan. Vaisheshika Darshan is given by Sage Kannad. So its aim is to receive the happiness and in this happiness in this life, and finally to receive the ultimate moksha. So Vaisheshika Darshan is primarily having all the concern about happiness. Okay, and rather any kind of you say that it is according to this darshan, there is no creation but rather an orderly and morally systematized composition and decomposition of matter. तो किसी भी तरीके का कोई भी आपका ये जो वैशेषिका दर्शन में जो है, ऐसा कोई क्रिएशन नहीं है. It is just about the happiness. It is just about having the systematized way to connect with uh, we being a matter and connecting to the supreme God or the supreme being. Okay, and when you connect to the supreme being, that is having that ultimate moksha, that is having that is to be achieved, and that is the aim and the goal of a human person, a human in human life. Okay. The next is the Sankhya Darshan. Sankhya Darshan is given by Sage Kapil. Sage Kapil has given the Sankhya Darshan, and it is the dualistic philosophy of Purush and Prakriti. Okay, so what is Purush and what is Prakriti? A human being is a Purush. Okay, and Prakriti is what Prakriti has its own functioning, Prakriti has its own intelligence, Prakriti works according to the Purusha, and the Purusha has its immediate way that the Purusha is able to have its own way to be sufficient with the universe, to be sufficient enough to be able to connect, to be able to inspire itself with the unconscious Prakriti. And the Prakriti, if you are you are connecting with that Prakriti in the similar way, your own way, your own consciousness gets enlightened, your own way of your own existence in this universe, that you get to know. So that is the kind of a relation with the Purusha and the Prakriti. Okay, that is the way you are able to understand your existence. It says in the Sankhya Darshan. However, a section of the Sankhya philosophers believed about the existence of the supreme being who guides the Prakriti independently according to his will. Okay, so if you are finding yourself as one, if you are able to you will be able to find some or the other philosophers who are also finding that there is certain Sankhya philosophers who believed that it is the Prakriti who is able to have its own will, it on its own will, they are able to have the existence of a particular person, of a being, as so that they will be able to connect with the supreme being. Okay, so Yoga Darshan. Next is the Yoga Darshan, which is given by Sage Patanjali. The Yoga Darshan is the yoga, the word yoga has been derived from the word yoga, which means to that is to unite, the union of the mind, body, and the soul. So here it is also talking about the various schools like the Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, the Karma Yoga, and the Ashtanga Yoga. Okay, so having to know, ultimately the Yoga Darshan is giving us an aim that a person has to have the unitedness or the oneness as one being an Atmana to connected with the Paramatmana. So, in that, the next, when you are finding yourself as being in the bhakti, so that is also called as the Bhakti Yoga. So, the Bhakti Yoga is something, a devotion towards the God and a love for the God. So, similarly, the Bhakti Yoga is the yoga of devotion. So, in that, it is emphasizing more on the divine love towards the God. And as a yogi, as a person who is having that love for the God, they are able to have that union of a yogi and the divine. So, when the Atmana and the Paramatmana, that oneness is something that you are able to understand that what the Paramatmana has their own way of finding your existence with that Supreme Being. And in the Bhakti Yoga, it is just about the devotion. It is about your existence, is just that you are there for the devotion, right? In that you achieve that your love towards the divinity, that love towards the God is directing you towards the devotion. And this is one of the another form of the yoga. Okay, then is the you'll see that the bhakti is able to have all the things, all the the all the removal of all the negative things like the jealousy or the hatred or the anger or the any kind of the pride or the arrogance, that removes, that is getting removed, and it infuses the joy, it infuses the divine ecstasy and the bliss and the peace and knowledge. So when one attains oneself in the bhakti yoga, so there is the devotion, there is the ecstasy, like the happiness, the bliss, there is the peace, and there is more and more of joy. Joy, happiness, peace, ecstasy, knowledge. Qualities of a bhakti, qualities of a bhakt. Okay, if a person is a bhakt, so there are various kind of people even in the bhakti as well. So you'll find that some people will be very inquisitive. So then they will have to know that what was the thing. Everything they want to know. They are very inquisitive about the things to know it. So one is a form of bhakti in that way, that they want to gain more of the knowledge. Another is the person who is jnani, so they have the knowledge, that they are the one who is in search of the knowledge of the absolute. So the inquisitive is something that they have that kind of a kind of a connection that they understand by its own self, not through, sorry, not through the knowledge. I said it earlier wrongly. So it is that they have their understanding of their own, the connection with the supreme being. But Jnani is the one who is able to have that search of the knowledge with the absolute. They are always searching for the knowledge towards the absolute and they want to know it. So that is the Jnani. There is the one who is Arhati, having the desire of the wealth. That's why they have the devotion, so that they could fulfill the desire of their wealth. So that is one of the bhakti that people does. Okay. Another is the artha or the distress. The people who are somewhere getting, distressed from many ailments, any kind of the distressing from any kind of the problems, then they do the bhakti. So that is the four kinds of the bhakti. Okay, that is the bhakti yoga. In the karma yoga, as one of the schools of the yoga, you find that the karma is something like an action. Karma is an action. And yoga means the union, right? Yoga means the union, and the karma is the action. Yoga is taking you through that whatever is your ongoing action, whatever you are doing, whatever is being done, okay? So that is connecting, that karma becomes your yoga. So when yoga is taking you through you are able to do your work very easily, so that it is your karma is purified. So when your karma is, you are having any oriented action, your better way of having your action, your better way of doing the work in whatever you do. So that is, if done very in a way that your action has become more of yoga. Yoga means that it is connecting with, in some of the way where you are taking your work as, maybe you can say it's just as simple as that your work is very pure, and it is able to purify your heart. It is able to have that any act which is done selflessly, anything which is being done without the fruit of action, anything that you learn to, you are doing in having that your ego to reduce, anything which is subliming your ego, anything which is subliming your continuity to have that, that the work also brings some sort of uh, things that is not appropriate for us. So as to sublime it, that karma yoga helps us to sublime that thing. Even when we are doing something, it brings some kind of the effect to us. So to reduce that effect of ego, to reduce that effect of having attached to the fruits, to reduce that ego of something, an identity that we stick to when we do the work, that will be sublime with the help of the karma yoga. Okay. The next is, if I talk about the karma yoga, about it, so it is all about just doing your duty and to do it without the fruits of action. Okay. Now, what are the four laws that we see? There are the four basic rules of having the karma yoga, which is being defined. Is it that it is like that you do your work with your duty and without getting attached to your work, without getting attached to it. If you attach yourself to the work, if you attach yourself to the fruits, it will be not a karma yoga, and it will not be called as, the karma yoga properly. Even we are not saying that it as a karma as well. So, like that, and never allow any sort of anxieties about the results and interfere that with your mind during the time that you are doing your work. So, if you have the anxiety about it, if you have any sort of the interference, that will be kind of, that will be creating an interference with what you have set in your mind or set as a goal to do, that will create the anxieties. Having accept the success or the failure with equanimity. It is also required to accept the success and the failure also with the equanimity, means the equal state of the mind. That is also about the karma yoga. All right. So next, I'm taking you through the Raj Yoga. Is one of the another form which I have taken with the Yoga Darshan. The Raj Yoga is also meaning the yoga which is having the different paths, considering the different paths. Even the Swatmaram is in the Hatha Yoga. Pradipika says that the Hatha Yoga is a staircase which is leading to Raj Yoga, because in Hatha Yoga we are talking about that there is a balance of mind and body, so as to able to attain that level where we are able to meditate. Our mind should be calm enough and our body should be completely relaxed and calm enough and is able to stabilize, having the stability in the body and the mind to be able to have that level where we are able to meditate ourselves. So हठ योगा प्रदीपिका में यही कहा गया है स्वात्मा रामा जी ने कि इट इज फैसिलिटेटिंग, जिससे कि जो आपका राजयोग है उससे आपका एक प्रिपरेशन हो जाती है, that you will be able to attain that meditative state. Okay. It may not refer to a particular form of yoga but to ultimate state of the self realization. ठीक है. आपका जो राज योगा है, इसमें आपका एक पर्टिकुलर फॉर्म ऑफ योगा नहीं है ये, बट एक अल्टीमेट स्टेट ऑफ self realization है. It is not like that it is completely a meditation, but it is a form of self realization. अच्छा, आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ यू हैव heard of the Bhakti Yoga, the Raj Yoga, है ना, सभी ने सुना हुआ है. Anyone who wants to add something that they know about it? Mansi ji, clear na? Okay. Unmute, please.
मैम बेसिकली जो मुझे हठ योग के बारे में पता है दैट इज बेसिकली कम फ्रॉम स्वामी विवेकानंद राज योगा, और हठ योग बेसिकली कम फ्रॉम रत्नावली। और इसमें सूर्य चंद्रमा जो हमारे स्वर होते हैं, जो हमारे एक हो जाते हैं, उसको हठ योग बेसिकली बोला जाता है। पिंगल और ईड़ा नाड़ी।
Ida and Pingala. Yes.
मे बी दैट आई एम रॉन्ग बट
No, you are not wrong. अभी जो हम like the topics that we are covering ना, it is completely like an introductory topic. So Ida and Pingala, I do not know whether it is going to be there in this particular topic or not. So next, अभी next जो topic वो रहेगा वो like in Hatha Yoga षटकर्मा से शुरू हो रहा है. जबकि ज्यादातर Hatha Yoga का introduction is always taken from all the Surya Vedan and Chandra Vedan and Ida Pingala Nadi, Sushumna Nadi, Kundalini, everything. So वहां से होता है. But अभी इसमें जो topic है वो यहाँ से शुरू हुआ है कि आपका इंट्रोडक्शन है, मतलब इसमें इंट्रोडक्शन है एंड देन इट इज टेकिंग टू द षटकर्मास ऑफ इन द हठ,
अभ्यास या अष्टांग, हाँ जो आपने बताए थे। यस
सो लाइक दैट. सो आपने सही कहा है, मतलब आप जैसे ये हठ योगा में भी कह रहे हैं ना, इट इज ऑल करेक्ट. सो इन द राज योगा, one of the form of this yoga which is taking about that it is a form of the yoga leading to self realization. Raj Yoga aims at restraining to the point of cessation of the mental modifications. So where if you are able to meditate, you reach to a point where any sort of the mental modifications are stopped and your search for the real self starts. So when you are getting one pointedness, जब आपके thoughts completely खत्म हो जाते हैं, because of that one pointedness, that mental modifications that is happening, that completely gets stopped, and so that your real self, your own real self will be restored, and that leads to purity, that leads to the meditation. So that will help in that. That is the Raj Yoga. Now, if I talk about Hatha Yoga is also a form of yoga. Okay. Now, आपका जो ये राज योगा होता है, ये राज योगा बिल्कुल अलग है, हठ योगा अलग है, ठीक है. हठ योगा is sourced from the tantra. It is taken from which is a form of yoga. आप इसमें देखेंगे कि आपकी बैलेंस ऑफ माइंड बॉडी के बारे में ज्यादा बात करते हैं, हार्मोनाइजिंग ऑफ माइंड एंड बॉडी, स्टेबलाइजिंग माइंड एंड body. It is talking about all the practices like which is taken about the pranayam, which is taken about your asanas. It is taken about the meditation. It is taken about the mantras. It is taken about the tantras as well. Okay, so various texts are there regarding the Hatha Yoga, which is taken by Swatma Rama's Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Grehan Samhitas, Yoga Ratnavali, and Yoga Taravali. Okay, so there are the various texts which is talking about the Hatha Yoga practices. The word Hatha is a Sanskrit word which is a combination of the word as her and ther. So her means the sun and ther means the moon, right? So in that way, it is comprising the union of the opposites. So opposites is pairing together so that it is pairing in such a way that our heart, our mind, and our body. So in Hatha, which is the opposites are completely paired together in such a way so that the ultimate aim is to harmonize your heart, mind, and body for the purpose of discovering something deeper, right? So that is when you attain something, understanding something deeper, it reaches to your existence. We know all the level of our existence, many levels of our existence as the Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. Okay, Manomaya Kosha as well, right? All of these existence level is also talked about in the Hatha Yoga. So again, at various levels of the koshas, everything from the outer side of your body that gets balanced. And now we have to go inside so that our inner self, as in our mind, our heart, our body, is completely systematized in such a way with the help of the Hatha Yoga that we are able to discover more deeper when we are happy, like we are completely balanced from the outside and our internal organs are also well. So we are able to have a something deeper connection with ourselves. Our true existence, our nature of existence will be uplifted. So that is the ultimate aim where you have to uplift yourself. That uplifting is really important. So for that to have, we have to begin with the very first level. At our first level of our existence, if the Annamaya Kosha is good. Now, if we are not balanced in the Annamaya Kosha, then how we are able to attain that Anandamaya Kosha? That is not possible. So having a good way of levels of existence each and every time, step by step, if we are enhancing and uplifting at each and every level and able to attain that balance completely, that will happen in such a way that gives us as our existence here in a better way, so that we will find at particular level some sort of happiness. Every level we are achieving, and the happiness remains intact. It's not, there are no mental modifications happening to our happiness. That is important, so as to have that higher upliftment to go forward. Okay. Now Hatha, where her is the sun and her is the moon. Okay, her is the sun and her is the moon, is taken about her sun, which is the Pingala Nadi. Okay, the Surya Swar. Okay, having the tha with the Ida Nadi or the Chandra Swar. Okay, so it is also depicting the nostrils, from where which nostril the sun is from the right and the moon is from the left. So Hatha means the yoga to bring the balance of your sun and moon, or the Pingla or the Ida Nari. Okay. Ida and the Pingla Nari. Now with this union, when that is able to be combined and awakened, is when the Ida and the Pingla Nadi is having no blockages, there is the prana flow which is happening properly, the pranic energy is happening properly. So that way the Kundali will be awakened. And that Kundalini awakening is happening through the Sushmana Nadi. So when both are balanced, ultimately the Sushmana Nadi will be also having its pranic energy awakened, and which is leading to the Kundalini, which is awakening. The Kundalini awakening is happening. So that is the starting of the journey which is happening upwards. And there your upliftment is happening. So now all of these are balanced. When all of these are balanced, it crosses all the Shat chakras. Every chakras within you will be completely, it crosses all of the chakras while heading to the Sahasrara. So ultimate aim is to have that your Sahasrara chakra should be like you are able to work at your Sahasrara chakra, where your intuitiveness becomes more and more better. So in that way, when all of these nadis, the Sushmana nadis are also awakened, so it is leading to your Sahasrara chakra. That is the world of bliss where it is required, and the state of the particular person is in having that you're able to attain that yogic state. Okay, that yogic state is eventually called, but we like yoga, as a yoga practitioners, the people who are yogis, they have the different levels of their own kind of their state or vyavastha. But at the time when you are able to uplift yourself at a higher happiness, at a higher self, that is ultimately going to give that bliss. And there you are able to unite with the Brahman. Okay. So that is the aim. Like we are finding ourselves to have that awakening and the upliftment in such a way. So the aim of the yoga is always considering towards the control of the body and the mind. Okay. Because of that, if you are strengthening your mind, if you are strengthening your body, okay, that will lead you towards your spiritual things, I mean spiritual endeavor to be get accomplished, your spiritual enlightenment to take place. Otherwise, if you're some sort of way you're not feeling good, you're not feeling yourself completely fulfilled by your own physical existence, so then even if you try to uplift, you'll come back to your physical existence yet again. So every time it should be that once you attain your physical existence and level up your physical existence, then gradually also take your Manomaya Kosha, then gradually leads to your Vijnanamaya Kosha, everything one by one. So that will lead you to know that what was your experience at a particular level of your existence. So your experience at that time, when you uplift yourself, you have your experience which is internalized within you. So that internalization and that absorption works. And after that, your happiness or your state of being remains undisturbed despite anything that happens. Okay, so that is the ultimate thing, where you know that even there is something happening to your physical existence, because that is quite obvious that it we are in such a place, like we have a bodily or the physicality as well. It can also have some sort of ailments that can be incurred at any point in time. So, but when you attain that level of existence where your calmness and your internalization or the absorption, or in a way, to the other word, if I say that it is the spiritual enlightenment is such a way that your physical existence, if something happens to that way, if that is getting disturbed as well, so that will be that makes no difference, because your aim that you have gained at that time, you do not want to go down or level down. So for that, you know that how you will be able to kind of have your modifications of the mind in such a way. You have to have that modifications in a way that your level of existence that you attain, that is the real you, and then the non-self will be differentiated from the self, right? All right, I think it is 8 more, like already 8. What the time is it? It's 8:07, right? Okay.
Ma'am, you will explain us about the seven chakra like Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahat, Vishuddhi, Agya,
Mhm.
and etc. later.
I think the chakra is not in the syllabus, is it?
Mhm. Okay.
It's
Okay.
not in the syllabus. So that will not be covered. But the different schools with respect to all of these things that I have explained. So from Monday, it's going to be the prayer, and with like the concept of the prayer and the Shat Karmas that will be covered in the next class. Okay. So
Can you explain us a little about the chakra? Only 5 to 7 minutes, if is it possible?
I'm so sorry, Mansi ji. I cannot take this in the class because I
Okay.
am adhering to the syllabus. I have to adhere.
Mhm. Okay.
So I wanted to basically take even that Shat Karmas topic differently in the other class, and to have the prayers only in one class. I wanted to do that. But yet again, probably what I'll do, the prayers concept, I will be taking it very lastly, or maybe in whenever I have, I have covered the next concept, like after the cleansing and the Shat Karmas, most of the technical concept that I will cover, and then I will be taking the prayer concept. Okay. So
And tomorrow will be the same session
tomorrow will
because
tomorrow is Sunday, na, so that will be a holiday.
okay,
हाँ
because we already having 2 holidays और yesterday the same मतलब class नहीं हो पाई थी, so that's why I'm asking to you.
हाँ, तो आपके जो क्लासेस मिस हुए हैं ना, जिस टाइम पे हॉलीडेज थी, तो जब भी वो अब नेक्स्ट सैटरडे में जब होगा, तो मे बी ऑन दी सैटरडेज वेन एवर इट विल बी टेकिंग प्लेस, तो वो उसी हिसाब से आपका जो टाइम ड्यूरेशन है, योर सिलेबस विल बी कम्प्लीटली कवर्ड। अब उसमें चाहे
Okay.
आपके 15 नवंबर से ज्यादा भी हो जाए, बट योर सिलेबस विल बी
Okay, got it, ma'am.
ऑल राइट।
मैम
ऑल राइट।
ये एग्जाम्स कैसे होंगे like after the session all of the classes are done, how like what are we expecting in the examination or evaluation?
सो कश्मीरा जी, ये आपके एमसीक्यूज होंगे, ठीक है? एमसीक्यूज फॉर्म में होंगे, एंड आपका प्रोबेबली जो आपका कुछ अगर इन लाइक मेजरली तो एमसीक्यूज ही होते हैं, और उसके बाद में देयर विल बी सम सॉर्ट ऑफ 1-to-1 kind of question and answers as well, that will be also
Okay,
happening, right?
तो आप पीडीएफ दे दोगे ना पढ़ने के लिए?
Yes.
फिर ठीक है, क्योंकि मैंने कुछ लिखा नहीं है, सुनती हूँ लेकिन
Hmm.
फिर
Mm-hmm.
नहीं, ठीक है, let's see.
All right, all right. सो जिनके भी मुझे ईमेल आईडीज चाहिए होंगे, जिनको रिकॉर्डिंग्स चाहिए होंगे, प्लीज डू सेंड योर ईमेल आईडीज टू माय नंबर, so that I will be able to forward you the recordings as well. So whomsoever here wants the recordings of the session, they can send their email IDs so that I can share you the on your email IDs. Even in fact, with your all the PDF notes as well will be required for your email. Your email ID will be required. Okay. All right. So can I Swati ji, do you have any question?
ना
Happy?
भाग गरम करो.
हाँ. Okay. So, all right. So sit back comfortably and Randhir ji, आपके कोई questions हैं?
No, ma'am.
All right. Join your palms together to the center and sit back very comfortably. Gently close your eyes. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. Once again, breathe in deeply and breathe out. Let's begin with the Om chanting, followed with a closing prayer. Om. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्तिः 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 Take your palms together and generate heat. Bring the palms on your eyes, your forehead, your face. Gently take the palms in front of you. Open your eyes and look at your palms with a gentle smile on your face. Thank you, everyone. Meet you on Monday. We'll be meeting on Monday. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
All right. Same. May your weekend goes well. All right, everyone.